Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn, and I'm glad to have you here. If you are new, I don't know what to tell you. I crochet, I knit, I sew, and I talk a lot. By the way, this is going to be one of those videos to where I have a few makes to show you, but I really need, I don't know if I need guidance or assistance or help or just opinions. Or you could give me all of those things, none of those things, or just one or two. One or two. Yeah. And I know I always grab for my cup, but y'all don't understand. Well, you probably do if you have any issues like that. It feels so good on my hands, and it gives me something to hold, so if I'm not working on a project, I have something to do with my hands. I mean, yes, they flutter around like little butterflies when I talk, because that's just the way I've always been all my life. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you for coming back. Y'all don't understand just how much I appreciate you. Even if it were to be only one or two of you, I would totally be okay with that. I don't have a wide circle or big circle. In fact, I think there's probably there's less than 2 hands worth of people in my circle. It used to be a lot more than that. And I'm not going to get into that. That would be a squirrel moment. And, you know, maybe on a chitty-chatty video that is more based on life experiences and stuff like that. Maybe I'll do a video like that. And I will warn y'all ahead of time. Hey, at the intro of the video, this is what this is about. So if you click off of it, I won't get mad and you won't get bored or aggravated with me. But today, it's going to be a little bit about some makes, and one that I'm so stupid excited that I did. And you saw that in my thumbnail. That'll be the very first thing. Actually, no, I want to save that for a minute because I got some things to talk about before that as I show you the other things. So, poo. Okay. I might have to stand up a little bit to show you one of the other things. But I'll get to that in a minute. Alright, so I'm going to go right into it. Now, not a whole lot of sewing. I mean, there's a whole lot of sewing. Not a whole lot of... I am knitting and crocheting. And I told you in my last video that I was going to show you the knit t-shirt that I've been working on. I got a little bit more to do on that. I'd rather show you the final piece rather than the work in progress, only because I'm ready to be done with that t-shirt. I've already picked out my next one. And let's hope it works. So this morning, I've been a winding fool. I don't know if you can see that. This is my next pair of socks. Just letting you know. I haven't cast it on or anything. I did wind it up so that I could cast it on, but it'd probably be normally I don't wind my yarn unless I'm about to use it because it's not really good, especially for wool yarn. And this is wool. This is wool and nylon because it's sock yarn. But these, I had to. All right. So this is the case. Ooh, this is the KC hand-dyed cotton from Joann. And when they get so stupid tangled that they're not sellable, my boss will damage them out and I get them. And this one right here, oh no, that doesn't belong to that. This one right here wasn't tangled. See, this is the hank that they normally come in. But we couldn't find, there was only one of this color and we couldn't find the tag for it. So there's no way we could have sold this. So she, I got that. And these 3 right here we did have a tag. They were ripped off, but we did find the tags for them. And let me tell you, they were a hot, tangled mess. Now, these are not the first ones I've brought home because of being tangled, but these are the latest that I just now got around this morning to detangling and winding. Well, actually, I just wound them today. I didn't detangle them. I could not have done it. It is 8 o'clock in the morning. I could not have done it. Even not sleeping last night. I couldn't have got all these done. So, I think these may be integral into that next shirt pattern. So, we'll see. Okay. But yeah, I've been a winding little fool this morning. And let me tell you, that knuckle right there on my... Now, I have very big knuckles, you know. Arthritis is part of that. Genetics is part of that. And yeah, so, but that knuckle right there hurts because I don't hold my winding handle like this. I hold it right there and I do this. I crank it. So that puppy is hurting. But that's okay because I'm going to spend the I'm going to spend the next little while talking to you. So, and I appreciate you being here. I really, really do, because like I was saying about my circle, even if it was only 1 or 2 of you, I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't have a huge circle of friends and family that I associate with on a constant basis anyway, except my little core group. And I'm okay with a smaller interaction. I'm perfectly at home with a huge interaction because it's just one camera that I'm looking at. Even though I know you are on the other end of this, I don't know how many of you there are. I can guess some days by how many views I get. But anyway, I'm just surprised there's enough of you that like me. It just blows my mind. Anyway, it's a morning. My brain is all over the place. There's a whole lot of stored energy that's trying to come out this morning. Because, like, okay, on my last video, y'all saw, I was exhausted. Oh, sorry. Even saying the word makes me yawn. I'm trying to get better about my energy spending, so to speak. Now, I had worked 2 days back to back prior to that video, and I was exhausted. So it was more of a, I did take me a little nap, and it did help, you know. But I think I'm going to be selfish with my time as far as my boss is concerned, simply because it's very hard working this liquidation, closing, you know, it's just hard. So, I've had a couple days off, and my energy level went boop, 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 and it's steadily rising, which is a good thing because I get a lot done. But it's really bad when I come on to talk to you because I'm still at an energy level up here. And I don't want you to be here when you're watching this and just turn me off saying, okay, wait, she's too much today. If you do that, I understand. I really, really do. I have to do that sometimes to podcasters that I love to watch. Sometimes their energy doesn't match mine. And it's more than I can handle that day, or it's more than I feel like watching that day. I always come back. I always watch my favorites. Always. Because that's the biggest support you can give a channel is just your views. Letting YouTube know that this is content that you connect with, that you mesh with, that resonates with you, and that helps YouTube put it in front of other people like you, which in turn does help the channel. Now, you've seen these bags. I've made these bags before, but they got sold. And I had to make more. So I'm putting these up on my website so that they'll probably be up. Yeah, they'll probably be up by the time this video by this goes live at 7 a.m. Thursday. Okay. Sorry. This one right here. Now, y'all know I'm a dog girl. Okay, I am a dog girl through and through. But not everybody is a Georgia Bulldog fan, right? So I have to do things for those of you who aren't. And I'm okay with that. Alright, oh no. Alright. So, you remember the yarn ball fabric with the mint green on the bottom? I had put, a while ago, I had put a post on the community tab asking what color I should do first. And so I went with that, the mint green, and then the orange came next, and then the medium green, and then the red. So, I think I have enough yarn ball fabric to do all of those colors. Maybe. But I did this. Isn't it so pretty? I like the orange too. See, there's so many yarn balls in that. You know, I could honestly do a blue as well. I didn't even think about blue. And y'all know how I am with blue. The only thing they don't have in this thing is purple. And I love the fact that it has the knitting needles and the crochet hook. And even the embroidery or cross-stitch floss. But the reason I said that is I made a small one for this too. You know, like the little sock bag or the hat bag or the scarf bag. You know, the smaller bag. I made the free lint. Not free lint. Free thread. But it's I made the small one. I just didn't grab it to bring on camera, and I'm sorry. But imagine there's a little small one right here, right here beside it. I love this pad. I love this fabric. I love this fabric. And even if I don't keep a big one for myself, I might keep enough fabric to make me a small one. I don't need any more project bag, y'all. I really, really, really don't need any more project bags. But I love making them. And when it's something like this or my next one, you understand, okay? All right, so this is the one I was getting all excited about. I mean, I wanted to show you that one, yes, but only thing I can say is knitting kittens. Mm-hmm. And I know not everybody likes cats. I get it. I'm a huge cat lover. So, knitting kittens. Ah! Look at that. And no, the graphics on the kittens are not the best. Some of these kittens. And I know I went with a dark choice for the bottom and then the drawstring sleeve and then the drawstrings. But this color, this right here, the burgundy in the ball of yarn, jumped out at me first. Yes, there's a ton of other colors. And I do want to make, I got, this was a fat quarter. And I bought 2 so that I could do one more of this. And let me tell you, it's so cute. And I love the burgundy. I mean, I don't know what color. Now, they have yellow, orange, coral, a green that I will probably never use. I don't know. That's kind of like an olive green. I don't know if I have olive green up there. I'm sure I do. But if I can only make one more of these bags with the knitting kittens on them, what color do you think I should use? And the reason I ask y'all is because if you're going to buy something like this, I want to know your opinion. Because, yeah. Because as a buyer, I want to know what you would want to buy. But isn't it so cute? I love knitting kittens. Okay. Now, you know what I saw when I said, I'm a Georgia girl? I had a customer reach out to me, one of y'all, that bought the Georgia bags. She asked me if I had any Alabama fabric. No, I'm not a Roll Tide girl. Not saying anything bad if you do support Alabama and you are a Roll Tide. So I said no, but let me look into it. And I did find the fabric, and I told her that I would make 2. I've only made 1 so far. This is the Alabama bag. And, you know, I told her, I said I would make 2, 1 for her and 1 for the website. Which technically they're both for the website. It's just I will invoice her directly instead of putting the second bag on the website. But I made this, and I actually love the way it looks. No, I'm not an Alabama fan, but I love the way this bag looks. So I told y'all I've been on a sewing frenzy. Just like crazy sewing frenzy. Because I made 2, 4, 5, and then the small one that matched the orange bottom. That's 6 bags. That's a lot of bags to make. That is a lot of bags. But I love it. And that's why I was saying there's not been a whole lot of knitting and crocheting since my last video. A little, but not a whole lot. I wish I had more time. And I know that time is about to come anyway because us closing down. And I'll talk more about that in a minute. But I'm sorry, something is itching a mess out of my nose. It's like, And it's not hair today. I don't know. We ain't even talk about the hair. We ain't even gonna talk about the hair. But at least that's not what's tickling my nose. But anyway, so 6 bags. But before I made the 6 bags, you saw my thumbnail. How adorable is this little... Oops. How adorable is this little hoodie? Now, I will warn you. Okay, it's got my hair all over it right now because I'm putting it up on my shoulder. This little thing is a free pattern. I want to say Briggs and Twigs, but it's not. I think it's... Hold up. I don't know if I have it in my... No, I don't think I have it on my laptop. I think it's on my phone. I will try to remember to put it in. If you... Actually, you know what? If you're interested, leave me a comment and I will put it in the comment so that I can... yeah, because... Oh, today is not the day for my memory. Even if I write it down, I might not remember. But anyway, so this was an experiment. And in a way, it was a failed experiment, and in a way, it was a success. Y'all know that I told you I wanted to make that hoodie for my grandson, and I messed up the first fabric because it was a interlock, knit interlock, very slippery, and my old machine just chewed it up. And so surprisingly, I did not use a walking foot with this for the rib knit, but I took my time, and when I was sewing rib knit to rib knit, I didn't have any trouble. Now, it was a little bit finicky when I was sewing it to the flannel, but that's okay. I didn't have as much trouble with that as I thought I would until I did the pockets. And on the pocket here, I kind of messed up. See how it's hidden really well over here, and then it shows here? But it's not enough. It's still a very wearable fabric, a very wearable garment, and it's not that noticeable on a very active little boy. So I'm not really going to sweat that as much. And I made this for my grandson. There's the back. But his little noggin is too big for this hoodie. So I'm going to end up giving it, because I was making two. I was making one for my my grandson, and then one for my great nephew that calls me grandma. Because it's easier for him to call me grandma, because every time he's around us and Brantley says grandma, Zay says grandma. So it's just always been easier for him to call me grandma. So he's smaller than Brantley, and because I was gonna make two, but this pattern, and it is a free pattern, it only goes up to 6T. Well, my grandbaby, I think it would have been okay otherwise, except for trying to fit it over his head. And my grandbaby has a big head. He got that from all of us. So, yeah. I don't have to make two now. I do need to try to find... I've never upsized a pattern like that. I could probably self-draft it or mock one off of his hoodie. And I need to do that. What I might do is get his current one right now. Because, I mean, I'm not going to be able to make one for him to use this season. It'll have to be next winter. So, I could mock one up from his current one, but just add, what do you think, maybe an inch around everything when I go to make the actual paper pattern. Don't know. I had to try that. That pattern I printed off. So, we'll see. Anyway, okay. Now, I've shared all my makes that I have for you this video. Now I have some chit-and-chatting I have to do. This is where I need your help. Okay. I'm at a crossroads about a couple different things. I'm going to get the worst one over and out to talk to y'all about, because it's the one I feel most awkward about, I think. And it's about memberships. With Joann's closing and me losing that little bit of extra income, like I said, it's not, Joann was never one that paid my bills. But it did afford me to be able to buy my crafting supplies. And the fact that I worked there and got the little bit of a discount, that helped some too. So now that that door is closed, or is closing rapidly, I thought, okay, if I can't find another dream job at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, how can I make my channel work for itself? How can I keep buying the stuff that I've been buying? Now, I've been buying more since I started working than I was prior to that. I was basically using what I had 9 times out of 10. Every now and again I would buy something, but it wasn't as much buying back then. So, should I do memberships? Would y'all even want memberships? I had a podcaster suggest to me that I could do memberships for like minimal amount. And offer no perks. Just let you know, hey, if you are being a member, it's just saying, hey, I support you, I support your channel, you know, that kind of thing. Because y'all, as much as I love making these videos, I don't want making the videos to take away from the making of my creation, or the making part of my craft, you know. And y'all are awesome. It doesn't take a whole lot of my time to make the videos, but I'm always making stuff for the videos. So I'm scared that if I were to make more videos, I wouldn't have as much time to make the stuff to show you, right? Because I love the making part. I really do. So what do you think? I know I'm going to turn off some of you, and I'm sorry. You don't have to do a membership, but I really would like your advice. Should I do it? You know, should I do it for the no perks part? Yeah, I just don't know. What do y'all think? And like I said, this was very hard for me to ask. Very hard. So, okay. Got that question out. Now, the other things I need help on are nothing to do with money. Not directly asking, you know, if you would want to support the channel in that kind of way. So anyway, there's a couple things. Now, I did... I told y'all about the live that I did with Russ over at It's Raining Yarn. I had a ball. I loved the interaction part. And Russ has told me, you know, if I want to do it again, come back and I can be on his channel again. And that's great. I love that he asked me. And I probably will do lives over there from time to time because, well, some of you came over here from his channel, so you know how fun it is to hang out and chit chat with Russ. So that may be something that I do a few times. I don't know if it would be any regularity. I don't know if he would want me for that, so I'm not going to presume anything. But you just, when you click with somebody, you click, you know? And I clicked with him and his Midnight Yarn Crew. It was not Midnight Yarn Crew. I mean, it was part of the Midnight Yarn Crew, but it wasn't midnight because your girls sleep at midnight. But my question to you is, would you want me to do lives? Would there be enough interest with enough of you for me to do it? Because, you know, y'all, one of the biggest things I would be scared of is if I did a live and I didn't have anybody show up. That would probably be the most embarrassing thing of my life. Not really. Not really. It would be. It definitely would be embarrassing, but I don't think it would be the most embarrassing thing in my life. But it's something that I think I would like to do. Well, I know I would like to do it. The question is, would y'all like me to do it? Would you participate in a live with me? Because I love the interaction from my videos and my comments, but I also like the live interaction then and there. I'll have to figure out how to do a decent setup, because like when I did it with Russ, my phone was straight up and down, and the screen was about that big that I could see me and him both in. Couldn't see chat, couldn't do any of that, so I was having to look at my laptop over here. And I didn't like not being able to look mostly at the camera, because I've told y'all that I'm a big person. I'm big about looking people in the eye. Now, yes, I know my little eyes wander all over the place, but I also know that even if you were sitting right here in front of me for the 30 to 45 minutes, I couldn't maintain eye contact that long anyway. But I do like to maintain eye contact, because I feel like, as me, as a person, if I'm talking to someone and they're maintaining eye contact with me, most likely we're in sync. We're connecting, they're listening to me. Or if someone's talking to me, I'm looking them in the eye, because, well, mostly. Sometimes I have to watch their mouth because my hearing is horrible. But it's very important for me to do that. So on a live, it would be, I didn't like the way I did with Russ's live, so I'm going to figure up another setup before that. But let me know if y'all would want me to do that, because I think it would be kind of fun. Now, I don't know what we would talk about for all that long, because most podcasters I watch that do lives, it's like 2 hours. I don't know if I could do that. It was easy when it was Russ and I, but for me, maybe we could try like a 30-minute live or something short and sweet, if there's enough interest. So please tell me in the comments below. All of these things I'm needing help with, please let me know what your opinion is. I do know that there are some of you that just watch and don't like to comment, and I understand. If you would like to answer these and not do it publicly, you can email me. I would love that, because that stays in my email. When I have to try to search back comments, I have to try to remember what video it was, and then I have to scroll through, which my regular videos, they don't get a whole lot of comments, so it's easy on those. Joanne bankruptcy videos, the support is real. The comments, they're a lot for me. I'm not one of those channels that gets 800 comments. I'm so new and so small, and I'm okay with that. So, another thing. So y'all let me know about the lives, please, because I do want your opinion. I would like to know, what you think. Good, bad, or ugly. It's all right. Just let me know. Now, there's another thing that I want to ask your opinion about, and this is for those of you who have bought stuff off my website. Some of you have reached out to me in comments and just, announced that you've bought something off my website. Thank you for that, by the way. But I had thought about, giving you a shout out on my videos if you've bought something on my website, but I also didn't want to call out names if you didn't want me to. I would never use last names. It would probably be just, hey, insert the name here. Thank you. I appreciate, you buying the bag, or you buying the towel, or, whatever you may have bought. I don't even have to say what you bought. I just said thank you for, supporting my website, supporting me, the channel, and my website kind of thing. And if there's more than one, say there's more than one Kathy, I could say Kathy S, or, whatever, if YouTube tells me your name, because sometimes YouTube doesn't even do that. It just gives me your @handle. But I know your name from my orders. So I would never disclose your name if you kept your handle only visible. I don't know. If you kept your handle only visible on YouTube, and I said, so your handle may be Timbuktu, @Timbuktu, but your name is Kathy. If I say thank you, Kathy, for supporting me, the channel, and my website, nobody would know but me and you, right? Because your handle only says Timbuktu. So let me know. I would really like to thank those of you who are able and want to do that. And I'm not saying, okay, I about stumbled all over myself apologizing. So let me get this out properly. I would love to thank you on screen, on the video. To me, that's in person. I'd like to thank you in person, If you don't want me to do that, that's great. If you don't, if enough of you say y'all want the shout outs, I will start doing them. But if you leave me a comment in the notes section on your order when you go to checkout that says please don't announce my name, I won't. I will totally honor your privacy. Or I can say, you know who you are that bought the Knitting Kittens bag. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. And that's another way I could do it. Now, that's not to say that if you don't buy something off my website that I don't appreciate you, because I really do. I don't think I will be big enough anytime soon for YouTube's monetization to really be a huge impact. Now, I've enabled the supers and the comments and all that you could basically pay for I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about those. The podcaster that I was talking to said that, if someone wants to donate X amount of dollars on a comment, they can. It's just another way of saying I can support you, even if it's just one time. That way you don't have to do a membership. Here we go back into the awkward money thing. But anyway, if you just watch my videos, click like, click subscribe, leave a little heart emoji on a comment. All of that helps me. So I'm not saying that I don't appreciate that. I do. And I tell y'all every video how much I appreciate you. But if you do purchase something, I would also like to say thank you in person. Does that make sense? Or am I rambling now? These things have been percolating in my head ever since they told us we were closing our stores. The rest of them. So it's more of a, okay, I can only buy so much to put in my stash for later. But what about in the future, being able to have content for my channel, for y'all, and wanting to say, hey guys, I'm here and I have new stuff to show you. All of that's been kind of percolating, and I was wondering how I would be able to continue to do that. And that's why I said I wanted to come to y'all and talk to y'all about it, because you are the reason I do this. Y'all are the reason. Okay. You are the reason I do this, but so am I. Because I get so much enjoyment out of it. So it's kind of a selfish thing, you know, a lot. But I love the community that is starting here, because for so long I've been telling y'all about my life. And I mentioned this in a comment the other day. It is so nice for me to hear your stories too, whether it's in email. I've had a few of you reach out to me in email, and I love that. I've had a few of you tell me part of your story in comments, and I love that. That's the interaction that I don't have locally. So that's where y'all across the U.S. and a few in other countries, actually, which has surprised me, that have reached out, and I love that. So I never want to lose that. And that's what makes it partly selfish for me, because I don't have that locally, and it's very enjoyable. I did have a customer reach out at Joann's, and she's like, she saw my buggy where I bought all those things of fabric that I told y'all on my last video. I haven't shown that, but it was just plain Jane colors. I mean, it was solid colors, so there's really not anything super duper fascinating to show. And I should be getting the last of those online orders. They've shipped, but they're just taking a scenic route around the U.S. So on those batik fabrics that I showed y'all from that fabric haul video. But I don't know that those batik fabrics will make it into bags, because to me, batik is more of a fabric that, or style that fits better with quilting. Oh, I'm going to show y'all something else next time. It's just the top of that table runner that I did, but it's not, I didn't bring it over here, and I'm sorry. I will bring it on the next video, I promise. And because I have a list of bags I need to make. Oh, I'm going to show you real quick. So, I'm hoping by the next video, probably not, because I haven't gotten a notification that they've shipped yet. But I ordered, y'all know I ordered the tags for like my market bags and stuff that I crochet. Well, those screw in, and they're little leather tags, so they wouldn't work for my hand-sewn project bags. So I went looking on Etsy for cloth tags to put on my my sewn market bags, and I found a lady, and I will wait until I get them in before I link who they are, and I can give you an honest review, because this is just simply a piece of paper. She sent me, because I sent her my logo, and I said, what would work best for this? So she told me one thing, and then I said, well, wouldn't this work better because my logo is square? And so she sent me an example. She has a lot of patience, because, you know, I should have listened to her, because when I printed them out, what I thought would be one side, I thought it would be a square on one side, doubled, right? Well, that's a rectangle. Two squares folded to make, yeah. So the rectangular one is the one that I decided to go for. It's this little bitty tag, and I'm not going to try to show it to you on the camera. I will, when I get the actual tags in, you see it's a little 1x2 piece of paper that I folded up to mimic it, and the dotted lines are the seam allowance. So they will go on, hang tight, they will be sewn on the bag similar to something like that, you know. And I'm excited to get those in because, hold on, I'm having technical difficulties. Dropped my bag. But anyway, I'm excited for that too. And they were relatively inexpensive, so we'll see. We will see. But I like the idea of having the logo tag on my bags. Maybe that means I'm growing up. I told you I'm being silly. Anyway, I think I've talked y'all's head off enough. I have no clue how long I've been sitting here talking. But there was things I wanted to show you and questions I wanted to ask. And, you know, I really... I value y'all's feedback. I really, really do. And I know that sounds silly to some people, but it doesn't feel silly to me. Because if you're not on the other side of that camera, why am I doing this? So of course I want your opinions and your feedback. You know, your ideas, your opinions, all of that matters to me. So I want to hear it. And like I said, even if you don't want to publicly put it in comments, just email me. I'm totally fine with that. I do try to get to my emails at least once a day. Sometimes I'm not as good about that, especially if I'm caught up in a humongous series of bag making. One more thing. And I might put this on a community post since I've waited so long to ask this question. I forgot to write it down. See, I wrote these little things down on my notepad so I wouldn't forget. And then I forgot to write the one thing that I wanted to ask. For those of you who do want project bags and buying them off my website, would you like a custom bag option to where I give you different fabrics, different fabric options, and you pick what you want, and then I make it. You buy it, pick what you want, and I make it and send it to you. Several people have recommended that I do that, and not y'all yet, and that's why I'm bringing it to y'all, because some of y'all are my customers. So would you want that option? Because sometimes it's not a matter, there's pros and cons for me. I like having ready-made bags to where the minute that little thing goes cha-ching, I can have most of the time, if I'm not at work, I can have that bag packed and in the post office's hands within a couple hours. Unless it's at night and then I have to wait till the next day. But with custom bag orders, it will require at least a day or two for me to get it made. Because I don't want to lose my creativity making bags that I actually want to make, or my knitting and crocheting. So it's kind of a time juggle. But I would ask maybe a 2-day turnaround, okay, if on a custom bag, to shipping. From the time you order it to the time it ships. You know, just give me a couple day turnaround. And if this is something that you think you might want, let me know. I might bring this up in my next video very early on, so that those of you that don't want to watch the entire video, y'all can give me your opinions on that too. Because it's not something that's going to happen overnight, because it would take some minute to get it set up. I don't even know how I would do it on the website yet, because, you know, Shopify is sometimes it's a little bit of a mystery to me. Like, sometimes it's not even charging shipping. And I don't know why. My husband looked up that yesterday, so I told him to, save it so that I could look at it. Because I didn't have the brain bandwidth to yesterday. Nope. Mm-mm. So, anyway, that's a side note. If you do notice it's not charging you shipping, reach out to me in the notes section and say, hey, it's not charging me shipping, or message me on the website before you put your order and just leave it in your cart and saying, hey, it's not charging me shipping. Maybe we can figure something out. But I do feel like if you're buying, especially if you're buying 2 of the large bags, I can do free shipping on that anyway. I don't know about the large bag and the small bag as a set. I might end up doing free shipping on that. It's just depending on how much it weighs and how much it'll cost me in shipping. I still might be able to do it. Like I told my husband, because I've had a couple of y'all that ordered 2 of the big bags and it doesn't charge shipping, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Yes, they're twice as heavy, and it would be more than one regular shipping charge, because I think it only charges like $4.90 or $4.50, I think it's under $5 that it charges y'all for me to ship it. So I would eat I would eat both of those weights. And that's okay. If you're buying 2 bags from me, I'm going to give you free shipping. Just say it. Even if it's a big bag and a small bag, that's still, I'm not sweating that. In fact, I had one customer, and I'm not going to name her name because I don't know if y'all want me to do that yet. She reached out to me and said that she wanted a set. And her computer and my website were not meshing, so I sent her an invoice, and it didn't charge her tax, it didn't charge her shipping, it didn't charge any of that. Which I need to find out why it's not charging tax for the website. I don't know why it's not. Because I have to pay taxes on every bag that is sold, so with South Carolina, so we'll figure that out. But anyway, this is droning on and on and on. So I told her, I was like, look, you're having enough trouble. You've bought the set. Don't worry about it. I will pay your taxes and your shipping, and we'll call it a day. So there's some quirks I have to work out with this website. But it's a good problem to have. Yeah, it's definitely a good problem to have. So I'm going to get off here. Just a few things I want to get going. And I have a couple more bags that I want to get started. Like I said, I made a list, y'all. I made a list of bags I want to do. I made that list of bags I wanted to do. I made another list. Actually, you know what I need to do? I'm not a list person. I just go with the moment that I feel like doing something. But I think I might put my knitting and crochet on that list too, so that I don't get so focused, just on sewing bags. I think that might be a healthy thing for me to do. But anyway, I'm going to get off here and I'm going to go make some stuff. So I hope you have a great day. I hope you do something that you enjoy, that brings you some amount of happiness, whether it's hanging out with your favorite people, calling your favorite people, or just hanging out with no people and doing your craft. Whatever it takes, I hope you get that today. I'll see you later. Bye.